Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who just tuned in, welcome. This is match number 2, game number 1 between Homebois up against DXO to determine who's gonna go to the upper bracket finals and go up against Selangor Red Giants later this evening. As we take a deeper look at the emblems and spells, is there anything that catches you off guard? Let me see. Tenacity, movement speed for Glue. Okay, Badang Tenacity. So a lot of 2 tenacities for the side of DXO, expecting there is a lot of damage that they need to be able to absorb. So hence why the tenacity. Other than that, I think is set in stone right now.
Tenacity makes a lot of sense for DX, and Rasi gonna be forced to flicker here. They know, based on the draft, Homeboys are gonna be the aggressors. They're the ones gonna be looking for fights a lot of the time. And DX, their goal is really just to survive it. Kimin's going in, has the Ogi Shadow kill, forces a flicker out from Izanami. Amal gonna be caught out, stunned against the wall. First blood going to Kimin.
That is a very, very good.
Oh!
Good shield. Good shield from Rasi himself right there to be able to escape death from Ivan in terms of the early stages. But as I mentioned early on, Kimin managed to get level 4, immediately went forward to try catch a kill on Amal, knowing that, okay, the Guiding Winds has been used. Amal still doesn't have the ultimate, so it's so easy for him with his friends to just bundle up and go up against the Buxia just now.
Yeah, that was actually really good timing from DXO as well. They saw that Amal was level 3. Kimin was able to clear just a little bit faster since Homeboys didn't give much of a initial leash. So they used that initial Ogi Shadow kill to get a kill. And they were able to find one on the most important target. Kimin now has a level lead up. He has full control over the turtle. And there's nothing Homeboys can really do to catch up to it. Vel gonna be dropped to his last HP bar. I don't think he can escape. Yep. Oh, never mind. Guiding. Oh, grab. Siska getting pulled out really far though. Thunderclap connects. He's gonna flicker over the wall. Amal gonna try and get this glue taken down. And Siska knows it is the end. That's going to be 1 kill for the Homeboys.
I feel like that's a mistake by Siska, most definitely. I don't think he should have used the grab right there on top of Vel, who had the Guiding Winds to be able to save him from that bot side. So mistakes were made, but it's still okay for the EXO. Rasi, you gotta be careful. Amal.
Better there, strike gonna be pulled forward with the Guiding Winds. That's another potential combo with the Matilda.
It's smart.
To give Homeboys more zone control.
Okay, sorry, maybe I have not casted up so far. Hold on, Kimin. Okay, maybe I have not casted enough games to notice that interaction, but that's a very cute small interaction that could be a big difference maker, because once you reposition the feather right, you have longer reach, you have longer range as well at the same time to be able to catch out whoever is left. On the top side right now, I think it's even Stevens between Malcuity and SkyZ. Both of them are just respecting the distance between one and another, but right now Amal just gotta find some way to farm up. As of now, Kimin is 1 level ahead.
Yeah, although I did mention Homeboys have a position where they can be more of the early aggressors, they don't actually need to either. I think both teams have very good scaling compositions and solid late game carries that they can depend on. So even though these 2 teams are known for being a little more active, there is a possibility that they just play it a bit slower to go for those like 4th or 5th item power spikes.
And they know that, the side of Homeboys knows that they can't afford to go aggressive. And if it all fails, all the kills is gonna funnel to Kimin, who's gonna have a snowball of a time. So they do understand that challenge, they do understand that threat that DXO has. Hence why they are playing it a bit more safe, they are playing it a bit more passively. Just farm up for Malcuity. Maybe, just maybe, once Malcuity has this Sky Piercer, they go a bit more aggressive. Try to get more kills, try to activate those Sky Piercer stacks on Malcuity.
Well, here's the next turtle up now. Amal can be the first one on it. DXO definitely in a slightly better position to contest this time. Better is right gonna come out. The fist break. The circling eagle gets 2-man knockup. Kimin gonna be jumped on. Thunderclap misses. Fist crack connected Rasi against the wall, but it's not quite enough. Still, going to be no deaths on the map for now.
I mean, with Ivan, with the Matilda, right, Homeboys can withstand longer in this team fight. The healing capability, the zoning capability at the same time. DXO, Siska is gonna move forward.
Siska going for the stun up front. Vel gonna be taking the back. Thunderclap on Kimin forces him back to halfway 3. Izanami dealing with the glue on the grab. He will be able to walk away as Amal is taking a lot of abuse from Stoma on this Kimi. He's still alive for now thanks to the shielding coming out. Circling Eagle gonna go for the knockup on Stoma. He actually misses it out. And Feathered Airstrike a little bit too far back to follow up on it. Kimin secures the turtle. Amal gets caught with the fist break. Pulled out with the Guiding Winds. Alive with Lit literally no HP.
No HP, still alive, but lost the turtle fight. Rasi right now gonna go in, try to get a kill on Amal, but Amal reposition himself. Rasi with Kimin at the same time.
He's looking for it. He will find it.
Oh.
The two-pronged attack. They weren't ready for the second one.
I think that they should be ready. They noticed Amal was there as well, but I'm not too sure why they noticed Kimin was there at the same time, so I'm not sure why Amal did not just cancel the recall. But then again, Rasi was on the back end, so either way, I think Amal was dead for sure. It's just a matter of those kills has been given to Kimin, and right now, he is on the right track to be able to snowball ahead. Although, that being said, you still have to take a look at Granger right now. Skypiercer has been picked up. DXOL is on the lead, is with a good lead, 2.3k gold lead, 2 kills in hand, 6-minute mark, but it all depends on how they control MelQT later on.
And this is where we can continue to see a bit more development from DXOL. How well can... Oh, the flicker is cracked! They found Izanami! Rasi eyeing the chance perfectly.
Eyeing the chance perfectly and perfectly executed as well. That flicker combo is not easy to use, especially up against Izanami, who has the wings by wings right now.
Ogi Shadow Kill not quite enough to finish off Mel thanks to the guiding winds, but Amal now the one in trouble. He's locked into the wall. DXOL not gonna pursue.
This is very tough for Homebois right now. They need to regather back their strength. They need to regather back their focus. And maybe just priority target anybody right now. SkyZ might be the focus, but I don't think it's easy enough for you to just hit and run, because look at the positioning of Siska, look at the positioning of Kimin. They are ready to counter-engage.
And they're ready all the time here. I'm really liking the positioning from DXOL. Their strike comes out. SkyZ actually goes in with the Zaman Force. Rasi is here! He found MelQT. Flicker backwards, forced out of the Granger. DXOL just always seems ready.
Definitely, most definitely, right? They understand that Homebois right now are in deficit. To be fair, 2.7k deficit, which means a lot of the itemization has not been picked up by Homebois, which also means that they don't have enough damage to be able to kill anybody off from the side of DXOL. So hence why DXOL are using this information.
Conceal comes out, Rasi goes in, catches Izanami, but Circling Eagle gonna pull Vel into the backline instead. Rasi gonna be the first one to fall. MelQT picks up the Skypiercer stack. Izanami gonna be traded. Storm chased down as well by the Masha in the backline. Kimin not able to find the angle in. MelQT still healthy. Now Siska trying to 1v3. SkyZ's here, pops a second Zaman Force, chases MelQT down. Siska melts down the Granger, and the fight is still ongoing because Kimin has been waiting the whole time. Gets the killing spree on top of Ivan. Thunderclap makes him retreat. Siska still alive, still healthy, still standing in front of SkyZ. The grab, trying to pull Vel forward, but he went too far, and Vel punishes him for it.
Went too far ahead to be able to zone Val out, but cost him his own life. DXOL right now, he needs to be able to get some kind of victory right now. On the bot side, the turret has been taken away by the minions, but Homebois so far are not able to find this angle that they always found in previous matches, where Izanami's Feather Airstrike is always going to get taken care of. Izanami is always going to get crowd control, is always going to get zoned out. Meanwhile, MelQT tries to find the Skypiercer stack, but unfortunately couldn't do it enough. So Homebois need to regather, need to refocus back. Who are they going to prioritize target? And of course, the positioning. To be able to lock down that positioning for Izanami is very, very crucial.
Yeah, I think the DXOL has been very precise so far. They know the targets they need to aim for. Traction Pulse forces a dash out of MelQT. Good reaction, making sure DXOL cannot engage. Homebois cannot afford to lose more ground.
Definitely cannot lose more grounds. And in terms of ground, it's not much for the side of Homebois, right? They have to play it very passively. They have to play on their own side of the map as of now. Meanwhile, DXOL can be more aggressive, more freely. Ivan gonna go on forward.
Yep, Circling Eagle gets a knockup, but Kimin just going to quad shadow away. So far, Homebois have not been able to get a gank this entire time. Feather Strike. Izanami looking for SkyZ. He flickers forward, throws for the Zaman Force, but the rest of Homebois are here. And the Thunderclap locks in the killing spree.
Okay, unfortunate events right there. I'm not too sure the decision making. Flicking forward is not the right idea, but so far, Rasi
trying to buy some time. Stone pulling him backwards, but Circling Eagle used by Ivan gonna catch up with them. Stone doing some good poke. Vel looking for an entrance, but the poke actually a little bit too annoying from this Kimmy.
Yeah, I mean, Val, gotta be careful. We know that the Thunderclap can be very, very much annoying to be able to zone out enemies. Amal is gonna showcase himself right now because the Lord is pretty low in terms of health.
They're trying to engage on him. Feder Ezra comes out once again. Rasi gonna be stuck, forced to use the fist crack defensively, and he will lose his life. Kimin not able to find the angle. Ogi shadow kill. Does he have it? He does not. He has to get away because this guy's buying time. He goes in. He catches Melkute. That's gonna be one kill. Amal falls as well. The Exo trade for 2.
How did that fight won for DXO? Siska is not gonna stop. He's gonna back off right now. Split plate has been used, but DXO, how in the world did they manage to turn things around? Because Kimin was very much low on health. He had to back off. So that was like a 4 versus 5 kind of a situation where DXO won that fight. On top of that, a lot has been taken away by DXO. Props to Siska finding a kill against Melkute just now.
This glue is actually a big problem for the Homeboys. They're really just not able to get him in time. Looks like Kimin wasn't actually able to steal the orange, but at least he made sure Amal wouldn't be the one getting it as well. So far, the EXO have been doing a great job of just scattering the team fights, not allowing Homeboys to play the more aggressive style they're used to.
I agree. I mean, if that case, in that particular situation, was a different scenario where Melkute managed to get at least 1 kill, 2 kills to pump up back the Skypiercer stack, it would have been very, very much different. But right now, Mel to death with the Skypiercer is not going well. So yes, I talk about Granger being a good hero to play from behind, but you need to be able to get those Skypiercer stacks. As of now, Homeboys are not able to do that. But that's right, as the beginning of the high grounds defense for the side of Homeboys.
It will be able to clear up the Lord in exchange for the Holy Defense down bottom. Actually a pretty good timing since it would expire naturally by itself pretty soon anyway. The Exo gonna change their target to the mid-tier 2. I think they should be able to get it. They've got really solid poke, and yup, the structure will go down.
Alright, 5k goal lead, roughly 6k goal lead for the side of the Exo with 12-minute mark in terms of game time. 8 kills in hand, and level 15 has been achieved by Kimin. Right now, it all depends on how DXO controls the lead. They need to be able to make good decision making between either pushing or trying to fight at the Lord pit later on. Meanwhile, Homeboys, what do they need to do? First of all, try to claw their way back in terms of the gold lead. Second of all, again and again, target prioritization, because I don't think like they can take a fight as a whole, but they need to take it single target. Maybe Siska, if let's say Siska is offside, too far in front, just jump on him, try to get a kill, at least pop the immortality. If you can't get Siska, it would be very, very difficult for Homeboys to go onto the back end to try catch Storm, who right now only registered 1 death so far.
The thing is, if you're trying to get Siska though, you need Amal to actually survive longer than the glue, and that's just not really happening. Homeboys have a very specific approach to the fight where Amal tanks the damage, Bell goes for the flank, and Ivan supports where necessary. But DXO themselves are already threatening the backline a lot of the time, thanks to Rasi being freed up to just go for damage dealers by Siska. Which means that Homeboys are oftentimes having to play the defensive positioning.
I do agree, but as long as Siska is alive, again, Homeboys will find it very, very difficult for them to maneuver around, regardless of they want to play front to back or try to catch the backside of the side of the Exo. Even Val right now, yes, without any death, 3 kills, but it seems very, very hard for him to find these thunderclaps against Kimin. He did a phenomenal job, but he needs to do more. And how does he do that? Amal gotta provide more space, but then again, Amal, level 13 only, itemization is not filled up yet, so he's not that of a tanky of a hero. Maybe with the help of Ivan, maybe they can do something, but it really depends on how or what they do about it.
We can see the lack of catch on the Baxia is actually affecting Homeboy's ability to play around this tank jungler. Unlike the Fredrin, Amal doesn't really have a way of starting the fight on his own, and every time Homeboys tries to engage, the EXO just needs to slowly kite backwards, and that is making things a little difficult.
Alright, the Lord has spawned on the top side. Minutes to go from the Lord dance between both of these teams. Winter Crown has been purchased by Melkute to just be able to maneuver around, counter-engage or outplay certain situation. But in terms of outplay, we do have to take a look into Rasi right now. Fiskrai has been used by the Astra at the same time. Not too sure was that even necessary right now.
Here comes the flank. Keymin with the Yogi Shadow Kill. Gonna be denied with the Winter Crown from Melcutie. He's gonna flicker away from Siska, but here comes SkyZ. He's aiming for the Granger. He gets pulled out with the Guiding Wind, but pulled back with the grab into the Mega Kill. And SkyZ is melting down Amal. The EXO have found two of the most important members of the Homeboys, one after the other. And let's get a shutdown on Bell just for good spirit.
I mean, not only two, but three members of Homeboys was taken care of by DXO, finding a way to go on the backside, especially to go on top of Amal just now, as well as Melcutie. Nothing that they can do about it. Okay, Shadow Kill.
But actually ends up getting dragged back. That's a mistake. He goes down and they catch his Anami as well. The crystal is wide open. DXO are doing it. Unstoppable wipeout on the Homeboys. The